All right, so for multiplying whole numbers, multiplication is like adding a number multiple times. So for example, instead of adding 4 plus 4 plus 4, we can say we're just taking the 4 and we're doing it 3 times. So times 3. So you get the same thing. So this is going to be 12, and this is also going to be 12. So it's just adding numbers multiple times. Now the answer to a multiplication, the result is called the product, and the numbers being multiplied are called factors. One factor is called the multiplicand, and the other is the multiplier. So this would be the, for 4 times 3, this would be the multiplicand. Let me write that a little bit better. Multiplicand, and then this is called the multiplier. I don't know if you can see that on here. There. Now for the laws for multiplication, you have the commutative law. So the numbers can be multiplied in any order, and the result will be the same. For example, 8 times 3 is the same as 3 times 8. Doesn't matter the order for multiplication. And then same with associative laws. So you can group them similarly to addition. So if you have 2 times 3 times 5, it's the same, and you want to do the 2 times 3 first, then the 5, it's the same as doing 2 times 3 times 5, multiplying the 3 and the 5 together. Right, so 2 times 3 is going to be 6, times 5 is going to be 30, versus 3 times 5 is going to be 15, times 2. 2 times 15 is 30. So you can change up the grouping in which you multiply. So that's called the associative law, because you're associating these two versus associating those two together. That's how I like to remember it. Now, steps for multiplying whole numbers. So you want to place one number under the other, aligning the place values, units, tens, etc. Multiply each digit of the multiplier with each digit of the multiplicand starting from the right. So the same thing we've been doing. You're going to line them all up in a column, and you're work your way right to left. So for an example, if we're going to do multiply 432 by 8, you're going to do it like this. 2 times 8 is going to be 16. So we'll put the 6 there, and we'll carry the 1. Now we'll do 3 times 8. So that's going to be 24. Now we're going to add the 1 that we carried over there. All right, so we're going to multiply these two together. For 3 times 8 equals 24. And then we're going to add the 1 to this. So plus 1, and we're going to get 25. So we'll put the 5 and carry the 2. Now we'll do 4 times 8. So 4 times 8 is 32, plus the 2 is going to be 34. And there's nothing over here, so we'll carry the 3, and then we'll just drop it down. So our product will be 3,456. Multiplication can be verified by adding groups if needed for accuracy. So you could add the different groups together to verify. Next, we'll talk about division.